Oh, hello there, everyone. Happy May the 4th to all Star Wars fans out there. Even though, yes, I'm not really that much of a big fan of Star Wars, but I still do enjoy the franchise, mostly due to its characters, mostly, which is why we're ranking it. And thank you, Mastermind, for the suggestion.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I'm not a Star. I mean, I kind of was way back ago, but I stopped doing it. But I did used to watch Star Wars Clone Wars, hence why General Grievous is my profile picture right now. Because I thought he was a pretty cool character in the show, so that's why.
Yep. And, and yeah, my character is Mando because everyone loves the Mandalorian as well.
And I'm Stitch as a Jedi, because why not?
Well, for Chewbacca, he's one of my three favorite characters. It's him, Yoda, and Darth Vader.
Nice.
Oh my god, especially that, like when we get to that part, because jeez. I mean, like it's very interesting to know about too.
Yeah, exactly. And before we even start, we all have to thank the genius to himself, George Lucas.
Of course, yes. And of course, like being Star Wars being like one of the most referenced movies of like pop culture, because come on, why not? So, like everybody enjoys it, even though it can be a little bit dated here, but well, it's still just entertaining still.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And of course, also of course another good character was definitely Han Solo because Han Solo also the actor who played Han Solo also played Indiana Jones, of course, because Star Wars and Indiana Jones were both made by Lucasfilms.
Yes. And, it's Harrison Ford, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I'm sorry to say, but like, yeah, I should have thought about this like long ago. I now have the tier list on my other let's see on my Brave Google site, which is there's no pop ups at all. There's nothing that can be able to like take like any of the pictures away. Thankfully, and like sorry that I didn't think about that the first time.
That's all right.
Well, I'm glad that you come up with a better solution. That way, you don't have any trouble at all.
Now to start up with the man himself, because hello there, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. Like, yeah, very good concept. Like, yeah, before even watching the live action, yeah, first got to introduce him in the cartoons where he's voiced by James Arnold Taylor. And really good impression James does, because regardless, he just does awesome at anything.
Yeah, that's how I know him best too. It's Star Wars Clone Wars.
Yep. And of course, like after his brother got killed by Darth Maul, he like moved on and did his best to try and work without him. But at least the good thing was he was able to take care of Anakin on his own until suddenly he had to kill Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Don't you remember, like, in Star Wars 1, Anakin was a kid, and then when Star Wars 2 and 3 came out, Anakin started growing up, and after that, when Star Wars 3 came, Anakin joined the dark side, and he had tried to kill Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah, it's like that part where about you say about like he was forced uh, yeah, it's just kind of like it got a little bit like a little bit twisted up and stuff. And plus, wait, so all this time, like you said, like Qui-Gon Jinn was his brother. Like I thought he was his kind of like his mentor or something like that. Like,
Oh, my bad. I thought he was his brother, but I thought, never mind. He's actually a mentor. My bad.
That's right. But other than James, Fresh, would you like to talk about his live action actor?
of course, yes. What I do know is that like yeah, when we yes, first technically, starting with the fourth movie and well, like instead of like going in chronological order for some weird reason, it was first portrayed by what was the guy's name? It was like Alan's, like he did like pass away. Uh, uh, I mean, well, I just most knowly for his younger incarnation, played by, of course, Ewan McGregor, and well, yeah, he's excellent. Both guys are excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of just
Mhm.
do McGregor and robots.
Same here.
Nice.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for like his version of Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course we would get the famous phrase we're currently saying right now, like "Hello there." This is so iconic.
Yep, and even James Artelli's saying it too.
Hello there. So what else can I say about Obi-Wan? Like he is worthy, so I would put him an S.
Yeah, I will say that yes, like watching his fights with General Grievous and Anakin, yeah, they were entertaining. Like I will say about that.
Yep. And of course, sadly, once he got old, he also got killed by Darth Vader.
Right there. That was harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay,
It's like
so
Anakin by revenge.
Mm-hmm. Now to Indiana Jones. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong. Yeah, Han Solo.
Yeah.
Wookiees. Why did it have to be Wookiees? That was a Wookiee mistake of you then.
hey, whoa, don't you dare disrespect.
All right, so who wants to go first with Han Solo?
I will. Okay,
All
so
right.
with Han Solo, his first appearance was Star Wars 4, because basically Luke and Obi-Wan were looking for a pilot, and that was where they met Han Solo. And Han Solo was a great at shooting his enemies in seconds. And that was till then, like he took them to the Millennium Falcon, and as they were flying, they as Han Solo was driving the ship, they found that was till then they found the Death Star. And basically, like, Han Solo was like told Luke what to do, and like they like put on some stormtrooper armor, so that way they could disguise themselves as stormtroopers. But of course, in Star Wars 5, Han Solo was forced to like what they got caught by Darth Vader, and they trapped Han Solo into carbon, and Boba Fett took him to Jabba's palace. And yeah, Leia goes to Jabba's palace to save him. And of course, when Star Wars The Force Awakens came, they became old, and Kylo Ren was his son, and sadly, Han Solo tried to like talk to Kylo Ren for a bit, and that was till then the most saddest part. Kylo Ren killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Would anyone like to explain Han Solo as well?
Well, I just had to say about Han Solo's character. He could be like, iffy here and there, because I did hear that Harrison Ford, like, whenever he did interviews, he did explain like there were times where he didn't like really enjoy playing Han Solo. Like it's like how they write out the character and anything like that. But it's his own opinion. I respect it.
Yeah, I respect it as well.
But I mean, yeah, this is my opinion. And what about you guys?
I remember Captain Eric like made a Lego Star Wars movie. Like I don't know if you see it or not, but it's where Han Solo was a child and he had like a name tag, and you already thought he was named Ian, but he had to switch around, so his name was actually Han.
Mm-hmm. Anything from you, Fresh?
And well, like it's like I'm either gonna like go between like either just saying like anything like related to him or just facts about no wait anything related to like facts about characters or like my own personal opinions, but I will say some facts. Like you basically did like sum everything up, and that's cool and everything.
Yeah.
Like depending on like if like knowing much more about them. But I will say some facts about Han. Like originally he was supposed to be like some kind of like green alien creature, and before
Really?
switching to you.
Mm-hmm. Uh, but overall, my opinion with Han, I would put him at A.
Yeah.
Yes. First off, paying our respects to Carrie Fisher. Like, she did play Princess Leia good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Before knowing she was Princess Leia, I first got introduced to her in Family Guy.
Really?
And
Yeah. But yeah, when I found out, yeah, she was like Princess Leia in the Star Wars films. Yeah, and then like watching like some of the movies and the sequels or like the prequels of it, pretty good actually.
Yep. But of course, sadly, the actor who played Princess Leia, she sadly passed away in 2016.
I mean, yeah, did
you
hear
just
about that.
yeah.
And of course, yeah, I was gonna explain this in Luke's part, but yeah, I could just explain this now. Like, it's kind of awkward at first. Like, they were like kind of like friends, and then they were about to kiss or something like that, and then finding out they're like actually twins, but she's the younger twin, and I was like, damn.
I know
Yeah.
it was so shocking.
Yeah, like, okay, imagine this. You see a very, very pretty girl. You're like, well, that's her I would date and maybe kiss her. Who knows? And then it turns out that she's your sister. That is.
Sweet home Alabama.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have got my
I'm like,
band.
oh my god, it almost had sex with my sister.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, though. They didn't know because, of course, I don't even know what happened. Like separated for very young or something like that. I mean,
You know, this kind of reminds me of when Sesame did this with Sesame Street did this with Cookie Monster with Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah. This is a plot to it, but it was like more like of course kid friendly and all that, and it's revolving like it was really good, but overall and yeah, it was surprising after like just watching more of the films that she got married to Han Solo, of course.
Yeah. And what's cool that in Transformers G1, RC is modeled after Princess Leia. You can tell by the size of her head.
That is true.
Yep.
one moment for me that I kind of like was a little bit fond on. I think it was Return of the Jedi, where of course she was in where like she was held captive by Jabba the Hutt, and you can see her in that that hot outfit. It was like just whoa, and then there's that moment where she broke free by like choking him to death, and I was like, whoa, that just happened. Wow.
Oh, so that's why she was in that bikini outfit.
I mean, just
Yeah. But hey, the good thing is, at least when she went to Jabba's palace, she at least did a good job saving Han Solo until Jabba found them.
So overall, for me, I would put Leia on S.
hey, the one and only Luke Skywalker.
Hey, look, it's the Joker.
It's so very shocking to like find out, of course. Yeah. Of course, with me like being introduced to Mark and like getting to know him first and technically in regular show before reading that he was like also Joker and Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. I'm like, oh my god, Mark is amazing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
And
he truly is. And
The
he
book-
gives that iconic, no, that's impossible.
Exactly. And what I was about to say is that before he was considered as the roles Luke, it was supposed to be Kurt Russell at the time.
Yes, that's right.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could have saw it, but of course nobody could be Marcus like Luke. Like, and it is come back for the sequels as like an older Luke Skywalker. Truly, like, it was awesome.
What?
Yeah, but it's a shame that he lost his hand during the battle with Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But the good thing was he was able to defeat Darth Vader when he was gonna go to the part where he fights the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait.
And when Star Wars 6 came, he fought Darth Vader, and then suddenly he managed to defeat Darth Vader, and suddenly the Emperor starts electrocuting him, and of course he gets saved by Darth Vader. Darth Vader saves his life.
Oh yes, right. Because and originally, like when Vader had Luke to take off his mask. Originally, Luke was supposed to take on the mask and say, "Now I am Vader," but that was cut because well, it would be a little bit too dark for any kids watching.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good then.
Yeah. And yeah, this also reminds me, back on YouTube in 2020 when I found this clip of The Big Bang Theory that Mark Hamill actually guest starred, and they were referencing Star Wars in that episode, and it was just pretty cool.
Yeah, and Mark actually got to be the wedding guy. I'm trying to think of the actual term, but yeah. Anyway, he got to get to marry Sheldon and Amy together. That's pretty awesome.
I mean, yeah, and it was so cool because it just happened out of nowhere where Howard found Mark's dog, which is funny because his dog's name is Bark Hamill.
Yeah.
But I mean, what else can we say for the chosen one? Just put him in this. Mark is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, it's Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
He has a very particular set of skills. He will find
Especially
you, and he will kill.
with a lightsaber, of course.
Yep. And of course, he was Obi-Wan's master. I think.
Mhm. He's Obi-Wan's master, like mentor.
I mean, what's his name?
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh.
So open your E is Dumbo.
It's a so like yeah. Go ahead, Master. Might explain more.
Okay, so basically, his own the appearance he made was Star Wars 1 because basically they were as they were working together they were in the battle during the battle droids and stuff, and they met young Anakin because in Star Wars 1 Anakin was a kid, and they took Anakin on adventures and stuff, and that was till then, they suddenly met a Sith Lord. They met the bad guy, Darth Maul. And as they were fighting Darth Maul, they win, but suddenly Darth Maul kills him and stuff before Anakin kills him.
And what's so surprising about this character is that his mentor was Count Dooku.
Aw.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But yeah, I'm trying to remember back, because before Liam Neeson, there were other actors considered for his role. Just trying to find it. I'll find it eventually, but still, it's interesting that he was in the Star Wars franchise, and I would give him a B in my opinion.
Yeah.
And now for the iconic android C-3PO.
Yes. And yeah, fun fact, if it wasn't for this character, Kirk Thurton, the voice of Shadow, he actually got inspiration for Orbot's voice because of this character.
Wow, that is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Christian, since you mentioned him first, would you like to have the first word?
What the heck? So, I don't know remember how I got into this show. Maybe it's through commercials, but man, this character is such an icon, not just by design, but by in general. Because he's like one of those not like warrior type characters, but more calm and more obedient, kind of like a butler you have on your mansion. But yeah, he's just so iconic, and yeah, and he's pretty impressive. And I've seen different videos, one part that he has a red arm for some reason. I don't know. I never watched the film, so I don't know what happened. But yeah, of course, PO is a great android, and you can't have a Star Wars franchise film without him. So yeah, he's just an icon.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we could thank Anthony Daniels for doing that.
Yep,
Yeah.
totally.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. And then I remember back just watching from the Family Guy Star Wars specials, and I just remember when Quagmire was him. I was like, that's kind of interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anything else about him?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering, when I saw Star Wars The Force Awakens, I was wondering how did C-3PO end up with a red arm? Like maybe he lost his arm in some sort of certain battle or something. But yeah, of course, yeah, in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, yeah, he told Han Solo that he might not recognize him because of a red arm and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, my vote goes to A.
I was gonna
Same
go
here.
for S.
Okay, then which is it?
All right,
Okay.
to be fair, I'll also put him in S. To be fair.
Yeah, S.
And another iconic droid will be R2D2.
AKA the cooler version of Wally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could say that. He's basically Wally's ancestor, if you think about it.
Yes, a long time ago, where he was like, no, 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 no.
R2?
Oh my god! But go ahead. Who wants the first word?
Yeah, like if I'm gonna be honest, like for like Family Guy Star Wars, that was kind of clever to make Cleveland as R2D2. I mean, they just took R2D2 and gave him Cleveland's voice and just gave him Cleveland's hair. But yeah, I mean, with R2D2, he's a pretty cool droid, and like he's been around with Luke a lot, and he helps pilots Luke's X-wing and stuff. And yeah, like he's been and of course, what's crazy was, he also gets captured by the Jawas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many things why he's an icon, like his design, the way he beeps, and that kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, along with C-3PO, you can't have Star Wars without R2D2. And what the strangest thing is, when the newer films start coming out, there have been different models of R2D2, and even like a orange ball variant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is there right now. I didn't realize it was there, but yeah. Like I said, you can't have Star Wars without R2. It's just that it's simple.
Mm-hmm. BRB for a sec.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
What?
Check it backstage because I saw Bobby text in the private chat.
Oh. Not in the chat either. I mean, oh yeah.
Put me with you, it's me.
Long time no see, Bobby.
Hello?
Also, how's it going, fellas?
Going good.
It's fine. And yourself?
I'm doing alright.
You sure?
Do you guys like the scream R2D2 makes?
I mean, it's like been a while. Not really sure if I have.
It is funny. Here, I'll remind you guys. It goes like this.
Oh, that's a nice one.
What in the black Jesus did I just hear?
Okay, that's a weird thing coming out of you right now.
That's what she
Also,
said.
hey, Bobby. What's up, Bobby?
Oh wait. Oh guys, look here's. Look here's Cleveland R2D2. No. I like the Family Guy parody one. Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Wait, spoiler alert, I am your father. Wow.
Does anyone like to? Does anyone else want to say anything about R2D2?
I basically said my opinion.
Yeah. What about you, Christian?
He's a cool robot.
I already said mine.
Okay. And you, Fresh?
Well, we'll say one ironic thing. Even though you see R2D2 and C3PO together, what's ironic is that like their actors they kind of like hated each other. So.
Oh
Really?
yeah, I forgot about that. That was totally a thing.
I didn't know that.
Womp, womp, womp.
Was there a reason why they hated each other? I forgot.
Well, I don't really focus on conflicts between like celebrities or something like that.
They were probably fighting for like who's the better robots.
I can imagine that.
It's like this: who's better, the Terminator or RoboCop? Now that's a conflict.
Yeah.
Both.
But
And
anyways,
both, even when they're both playable on MK11,
Mhm.
still pretty fun.
right.
Haven't
Anyways,
we
what would you
done this before?
what
I have no
you
record
do?
of a previous encounter. Anyway,
Go ahead, man.
hey guys, I'm just. By the way, I won't be like saying. I won't be like also helping to list and saying favorite characters on here for me because I'm not big on. I'm not too big of a Star Wars fan. I mean, like it's all right for me, but mostly I'm just like excited because if I remember like you two put
It's all right.
I don't know
We
if like
respect your opinion.
let's see. I don't know if you might have seen my recent post that My Hero Academia season 7 just came out,
Yeah.
and they released and they
Yeah.
released the opening and ending on the Toho Animation channel. It's beautiful.
Yeah, we respect your opinion, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
my is wrong. Probably.
overall, let's put this character on S.
Yes, S.
Show offs.
Well, I mostly get that from Palpatine from Pokemon.
Chewbacca.
Anyway, I'll go first.
Can
yeah,
I be
another
honest?
icon of the Star Wars.
One at a time. One at a freaking.
Yeah, that is true. But go ahead, Christian.
No, go ahead, Bobby. Say what you guys say first, then I'll say mine. Bobby.
Put it simply, he's funny.
All right. Okay, so yes, like I said, another icon of the Star Wars franchise. Mainly because of his iconic warbling voice. But fun fact, they actually shifted his voice because the actor behind the suit is actually talking. They just like warped his voice.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's not my favorite, but I know he's an icon. And it's been like a viral video. I can't remember what year it was. I think 2017, 2016. There's this woman that turned on a Chewbacca mask, and whenever you like speak or open your mouth, it does the thing, and she starts laughing nonstop.
Yeah, the
I think it was like a
correct.
toy.
What?
I think it was like a toy.
Or like
Yeah,
it's just a
man.
mask. Yeah. Just Chewbacca Mom is who you're talking about, Christian.
Yeah, thank you. Also, I'll be right back. I gotta check me out, but continue talking.
We call also with Chewie. I remember this one robot chicken skit where him and Han Solo were visiting his planet. It was revealed like his species also wears clothes, and Han got so like he was like you were naked the whole time. He was saying that while he was like saying, "Please let me love you."
Yeah.
That sounded similar to the Omniverse episode "Food Around the Corner."
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. But remember that also happened with Raph finding out the Exoplexians actually wear clothes.
That's what I was saying. Wait, you wear clothes? Apoplexians wear pants? Of course we wear pants! Let me tell you something, Brent Tennyson. Apoplexians have a highly advanced sense of shame. Oh yeah! But that would mean all this time Wrath has been running around.
Naked. Yep. Alright.
Oh, so good. Thank
Okay.
God Sword fixed that error.
Mm-hmm. And what do you call it? Fresh. Since he is one of your characters, you want to say something?
Well, I just like how like he's extremely loyal to his and like an extreme loyal friend to Han Solo, and well overall in general how he's like incredibly helpful, and he can have his moments of being like humorous. And one of the more cool things is like how like his yarping sounds. It's like combination of animals like let's see bears, lions, badgers, walruses, seals, rabbits. It's really cool to know about.
That's
Yeah.
All right.
that's cool.
But
That's
of course,
all right with me.
Yeah.
and also like our condolences to Peter Mayhew, the guy who physically betrayed him. Yeah, he will not be missed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, what like parody of Star Wars do you guys like? I think, well, for me, I already said like Family Guy, but I think also the Phineas and Ferb one was good, and also the Star Wars one with Angry Birds.
Mm.
It's just
Oh yeah.
because like mostly like the design and the story of it.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. The game of like the Angry Birds and Star Wars. I would used to play that as a kid.
Yeah. That one was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Angry Birds Space was also good.
That was good. Do you remember when they did a collab with Rio?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh my god! And then remember when they did a collab with Transformers?
Yeah, I did see that. And now, how do you feel about the one with Sonic?
I mean, now that they officially have the rights to like, of course, by Sega, then now this has accessibilities to like crossovers with Angry Birds and Sonic now. So like, it's kind of good in a way.
Why you guys talking about Sega?
We're just talking about parodies like Family Guy, and remember that Angry Birds game that was also Star Wars? Christian?
No.
Oh, okay. You just have to be there. But overall, Chewie, you deserve S.
Yes.
Next is Yoda.
Yes, my name is Yoda. Do or do not?
There is no time.
There's no time for that. Yep, Master
Yes,
Yoda.
your turn is high. Yeah, everyone can like basically do the impersonations of Yoda and Marvin the Martian. Hello, my name is Marvin, and I'm a Martian. If you mock my voice, then I will shoot you without mercy. You.
I do agree with you. Like, yeah, Yoda has to be one of the easiest voices. And what's so cool is like, yeah, Frank Oz, the original voice of Fozzie Bear, Miss Piggy, Animal, and then other characters from Sesame Street was the OG Yoda. That's what I was surprised to me.
Yeah, you can actually hear Fozzie in his voice too.
Yeah.
And
Waka waka, it's funny.
I want to hear a funny ass joke. Anyways, yeah. And what's so cool during like the months that Mark Hamill was working with Frank Oz, Mark Hamill could actually do a good impression of Yoda and Harrison Ford. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree.
That's pretty dope.
But what else could we say about Mr. Yoda over here? That he's just a great mentor.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Oh
no, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I have learned like much more about him thanks to Watch Mojo, and well, it's just awesome to know about like even though he like this is like one of the many like instances about like don't judge a book by its cover. Like he may be like seem like at first you may think like he's all like old and frail, but he's actually more badass than ever. Like especially with those fight scenes, we see him just flip it around with lightsaber wise, and it's just cool to look at.
Yeah, just look at like other strong characters like similar to that, like Master Roshi from Dragon Ball.
Exactly.
But
without
like
the
being a creep and being a pervert, yeah. You get away from Bluma. Get out of here. Anyways,
Oh my.
my fault.
Now, who played Yoda in the Family Guy parody? I forgot.
Wait,
Oh,
you
yeah.
mean character wise? That was Carl.
Yeah, that was Carl, the voiced by Edge John Benjamin.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. Whenever Frank Oz was unavailable or to do the show, it was Tom Kane.
And his was excellent as well. I mean, you can't argue with that.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, and his version and Star Wars Florence was my introduction to Tom Kane.
Mine was, I think, Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah. Same here. But do or do not, because Yoda deserves to be S. Put that in S.
Yeah, I agree.
Wait, hold on.
Wait. You put Yoda in S tier, or Yoda will force you to get up, you little
Well, damn. Ew. It's the lesser known Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes, before we get into Darth Vader, we have to talk about.
Okay, the reason I made that joke is because, before Keanu was revealed as Shadow, people wanted Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin, to play Shadow.
And well, thank God that we didn't end up with that.
Yeah. I get people saying because the personality match, but it depends on the acting, because with people's reports back in the day with his Anakin Skywalker didn't do really good, but when he reappeared in the Ahsoka series, people were really shocked to see him back, and I'm so happy. I was like, wait, what kind of bipolar shit is that?
We'll think about this.
Go ahead.
My bad. I didn't mean to rub. Go ahead first, and I'll say mine.
Just think about it. Just simply overacting, just taking it way too far, just making it who would have think that Darth Vader was originally supposed to be egotistical and whiny and angsty and just all that. Just not. It's not.
I mean, yeah, but thank God, both of his kids didn't get much of their father's personality.
Yeah.
And you know what's even sad?
I was gonna say, well,
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll say mine first. So I'll stop interrupting. I knew Anakin best in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and as a kid, I didn't think it was evil. But then when I got older, I was like, wait, Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader, and Luke is his son. What the f?
You are indeed the father. Fuck this shit.
Ah, good one.
Wait.
Oh man, imagine that and Luke and Anakin.
While he's just cursing himself, I'll go continue.
I was gonna say, imagine that scenario. Even though we already knew about the Luke under fire thing, imagine that and that. What's that show called again?
Mari.
Thank you. Imagine that. You see Anakin or just Darth Vader, and then Luke and Darth, you are the father, and you see Luke going, no.
Exactly. But
Well, actually, I did see a similar thing to that a while back. It was from a skit. It was the same thing with the Maury joke. You are the father, and Luke goes, oh, yeah.
That's great. Yeah. But I will say this though, in the Clone Wars and any of the Star Wars shows, Matt Lanter, who played Anakin, he actually did better than Hayden in my opinion, because I also know Matt from Ultimate Spider-Man as Venom, Flash Thompson, and Harry Osborn.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I only know him from Ultimate Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Most people would have to agree with you, Blitz, because I do like how, in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, not Star Wars Clone Wars from 2003, I mean, it's projected much more better about how before he became Darth Vader and how much good of a guy he, was, of course, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. So, overall, what can we say about Anakin? Piece of shit. Go to D.
And what's even more sad is that when he was a child, he was he refused to like do any more acting or be part of Star Wars anymore because like he was bullied a
Yeah,
lot.
I heard about that. Yeah, he got bullied a lot, and that eventually led him to do like crimes and everything because of how like messed up his childhood because of those bullies. But I heard recently he's been getting a lot of help from therapy, and his mom is like supporting him all the way.
Huh. Well, that's a good. But I'm just
Yeah.
glad that he wasn't cast as Shadow because we wouldn't want that.
Yeah, here's my reaction to what would have been like instead of Keanu.
I'll be right back. I gotta take a shower.
All right. Well, we'll handle this without you.
Oh, that's kind of
Anyway.
a Christian to go with Darth
Hey,
Vader.
did you hear yourself?
Sorry, I said it wrong. My fault. I'll just continue. Ignore my.
No, Christian, you're not getting the point. We can't continue because this is really important to Mastermind.
Oh, okay. My bad.
That's one. No, it's all right. But I will say this though. Okay, as a kid, okay, I will be honest. I did say this too. Who called Darth Vader Dark Vader as a child? I did.
No, not me.
I don't. Can I be real with you guys here?
Yeah.
One time in like fourth or fifth grade, I went as Darth Vader for Halloween and got the voice changer mask.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Honestly, I didn't know much about Star Wars. I just dressed him up like that because his suit was cool and the voice.
Yeah.
And by the way,
yeah.
thank you, James Earl Jones, for doing that because he also played Mufasa in The Lion King.
Yeah. I still hope he's doing good today because there was that outbreak back in 2023. People thinking, oh, he's retired for sure, but no, he's just retired from Star Wars. That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's
there's a difference. He's not retired in general. He just retired of voicing Darth Vader. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Get that right,
to all
Google.
of you get the specifics straight, and I'm sorry for being mean, but get the specifics straight.
Because because you're kind of right. Because back then, I looked at his Wikipedia page, and it says active, and it says retired. But if you go to the page the next day, it says active. I'm like, wait, why did he change it? Like, just retired from the.
Don't look on Wikipedia, Blitz, because people always like to change it like every minute or every day.
Okay, that's only because that's only for to update with whatever it is like somebody else is doing, depending on their job. That's what that is.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. By the way, since we're talking about school, what do you call it? In 7th grade, I had this math teacher who was so obsessed with Star Wars. There were times where he actually had the Vader helmet on while teaching class.
Wow, that has to be the coolest teacher ever, honestly.
I mean, I had a few more cool teachers, but yeah, he was one of them. And then if we do like anything good, you know what he would give us for awards, like Star Wars, like stickers, or anything like Star Wars related.
Wow.
One of the times I actually got a Chewbacca sticker put in my notebook, and very proud of it.
Is he still your teacher though?
Well, Christian, it's been years since I was in middle school, so probably not.
Oops.
Oopsie doopsie, you think I'm still 5. No, but I did hear like after the pandemic, I did hear like because all my friends were talking about it that the teacher that was obsessed with Star Wars, he left the school to go teach at another school. I was like, oh, that's kind of sad, but at least he's still doing good.
Yeah, and maybe like in that school he'll like give out Star Wars to them.
And yeah, he would tell. It was so cool about him. He actually told us the story of like when he first saw Star Wars the movie, like when it was premiered.
Was he like there during every premiere event?
I mean, yeah, he would always tell the stories because he did explain like after the first Star Wars movie, he just became a really good fan of it. And
Wow.
legit.
I guess like over time he became like he became like one of the ultimate stans of Star Wars.
And what's so cool is if you come to his classroom, you would see posters of like Star Wars characters around the walls.
One of those
I
kind of
one time
teachers.
saw. Oh, I was gonna say like in a classroom, I saw like a poster for God of War Ascension, and it just looked amazing. Yeah.
I also
By the
remember in
way, do you
seventh
guys
grade.
remember that? Oh,
No, you could go ahead.
you guys remember that Mandela effect of what Vader said to Luke? Instead of
Yeah.
like saying Luke, I am, it's no, I am your father. I even heard it like on some old videos I watched where they said like no.
Luke, I am your father. Nuh-uh. What the fuck do you mean nuh-uh? Nuh-uh. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I
nuh-uh.
know what you're talking about. I saw that on Instagram.
Okay, Luke, the results are in. He is the father. Oh, what the shit? Like, oh, what the shit?
You know what's so sad though? Like, with James Earl Jones being the voice, is that he never met the actual actor that played him in the suit. That's kind of sad.
It is.
Yeah.
Who was that?
If I go back here,
Wait, wasn't it? Wasn't his name? It was the.
suit actor. Let's see if I'm saying it right. David Poise or Poise. I don't know how you say it, but that was his name.
Oh, well, all in all, James Earl Jones with the voice, just very good, just pretty good.
Because I remember in 2020, in November of 28, like he sadly passed away.
What?
Yeah, the suit actor of Darth Vader passed away in 2020.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's so sad that he never got to meet James Earl Jones.
long live the
I hate
king.
when voice actors never get to meet the actual actors.
I mean, one instance would be Nolan North and Tom Holland for Uncharted.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, yeah, I didn't see it, but my brother saw Uncharted, and yeah, just seeing Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg in that movie, it was kind of interesting. And then the seeing that cameo by Nolan North, I was like, damn, that's pretty cool, actually.
I saw that movie and that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of a twist on the Uncharted series, like you know, because it's its own separate universe, which is fine. It's like I just don't like it when people say, "Why did you make it like that? That's not from the games. You guys ruined it." Like, shut the f up.
Damn. Wise words, I must say.
I'm sorry. I don't. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be very rude.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah. But with the casting of Nathan Drake with Tom Holland, it was kind of odd at first because casting for younger audiences, but it was actually really good for Tom. Actually,
Yeah, it was pretty good. I even saw like the stunts he did, just really good.
and I guess another time would be like with Jack Black and Mick Wingert because Mick Wingert would like voice him in the show while Jack Black voiced him in the movies. But it was so cool how they met each other in real life.
The only role I know for Mick Wingert is Iron Man.
Oh yeah, and don't forget he also plays Joe.
I like that. I'm sorry for interrupting, and I just want to say I like that it sounds similar to Robert Downey Jr.'s.
I mean, yeah, that's how he explains it. And don't forget he also plays Joker in Bat Wheels.
Really?
Yeah, that's him.
I never heard it.
I mean, people have their different opinions about Bat Wheels. Remember, like, even though you're criticizing, it's a preschool like show. Like, come on, don't be mean about it.
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty cool one. It's
Alright, I'm
supposed
back.
to look cute.
Rubber duckies. All right. So, Mastermind, you go first with Darth Vader. Go ahead.
Okay, so Darth Vader wasn't Darth Vader's first time appearing in Darth Vader in Star Wars 3. So as we all know, Anakin is Darth Vader because after the battle between
I didn't know that. That's a spoiler. How dare you?
wait, what?
What
You
the
didn't
heck
see
in the frick,
He's
man?
playing. He's just trolling you, man.
No, I was just joking because it reminds
Wait,
me.
no, we're
It reminds me whenever somebody would be like, "Hey, spoiler! Darth Vader's Luke Skywalker's dad." He's like, "Oh man, why'd you spoil this?"
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to spoil it for you. Like over 50 years late.
Yeah, I've never heard that one before.
Okay, but anyways, as we all know, yes, Anakin is Darth Vader because if y'all remember, after the battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin, the Emperor came to like grab Anakin after he was burning up, and the Emperor took him to a lab, and he turned Anakin into Darth Vader, like he gave him that suit and the helmet and stuff, and that's how he became Darth Vader. And basically Darth Vader wants to rule the galaxy and stuff, and he goes to one of the rebel ship and he captures Princess Leia, and he created the Death Star. And with that, and he's been around from Star Wars 4 to 6, and of course, he fight. Of course, we all mention, he fights Luke, and basically first he fights Obi-Wan, and then he kills Obi-Wan, and then after that, in Star Wars 5, tells he makes Obi-Wan get no, he makes Han Solo. He makes Han Solo get turned into carbon, and after that, he fights Luke and cuts off Luke's hand, and he tells him that he is his father. And then suddenly in Star Wars 6, Luke defeats Darth Vader, and again, Darth Vader gets back up and he grabs the Emperor and throws him off the cliff. And then after that, Darth Vader was close to dying. And then he told Luke to remove his helmet, and it revealed that he is Anakin, but old. And
No, God,
then he dies.
no, God forbids, Mastermind. He was still young, but still shitty at the same time. But go on.
From what I saw from him, it looked like it was like an egg-shaped head or something.
Jackass,
I mean,
but yeah.
what you expect? He was falling in the lava and got burned and stuff.
That's not what I meant, but okay. And anyway, just now thinking of it, just reminds me of the Marvel villain Egghead. That's an actual character.
No, I know. I first got introduced to that character in Superhero Squad, where he's voiced by White Knight.
I got introduced
Yeah, me
to an
too.
episode of Avengers Assemble, voiced by Yuri Lowenthal.
Okay, his version was kind of unique in a way. Odd casting, but still good.
It had like the albedo touch,
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And of course, the way Darth Vader breathes, it sounds like a giant vacuum cleaner.
Or he's smoking nicotine.
Yeah. Anyways, would anybody like to say anything about Darth Vader?
Well, I just like how he's just one of the most iconic and memorable villains in all of media. Just the design is awesome. Of course, yes, the great James Earl Jones and David Post, if I'm pronouncing his name right. And I did enjoy, of course, that he did have a change of heart to actually save his son, and that is something, despite being all dark and dangerous and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Remember in the Figure Out Parents Wishology, was it Wishology or was it something? No,
that was Apple Catastrophe.
Yeah, when they did that reference with Timmy and Cosmo.
Because
Oh, yeah, I
I am your father, your godfather. Give me 5. Come on, you idiot.
I also remember that they put that reference in Toy Story 2 with Zurg and Buzz. I'll never forgive you, Serge. You killed my father. No, boss. I am your father. No! I did it! I finally defeated Serge!
That's Zerg. That's Zerg, dude.
I even like the part where they were like playing together.
Like Zerg with a G, like he was trying to like help you out.
Yeah, Zerg, Z-U-R-G.
Zerg.
But he says Zerg, like Surge. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, gorilla.
And of course, we've seen a lot of references. Yeah. And, since Darth Vader's an iconic character, like, we've seen a lot of references to him. Like, there's, of course, the Johnny Test Darth Vader. And
Dark
there's
Vegan.
He's funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny that James plays Obi-Wan and he plays Dark Vegan. Isn't that really really ironic?
God, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that is awesome. Also,
Yeah.
wait, the dark mouth or something from Fairly Odd Parents,
Like
voiced
Dark
by
Laser.
Kevin Michael Richardson.
Dark Laser.
Laser. Yes, that
For
was
God's
it.
sake.
Yeah.
But
And of
Dark
course,
Laser,
we also see Stewie Darth.
the sabers
We
are
also
called
see Stewie Darth
light
Vader.
sticks.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, what'd you say, Mastermind?
I was saying we also see Stewie Darth Vader.
That is true.
Spoiler alert! I am your father. What?
Nah, bitch, you're my brother. What are you talking about?
How is that possible? You're so tiny.
Oh yeah, this reminds me when it was Chris and Carter, and like Carter was making fun of Seth Green.
Oh god.
And just bringing up his previous movies and shows, like one of them being Buffy. Damn. But overall, yeah, Darth Vader S tier. Why not?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Let's see, like father, like son, because it's ironic. Because like you say, no, that's ironic. It took me this long to like.
Exactly.
Let's see, we got robot guy, deep sea guy, Lacera looking guy, lizard guy, Boba Fett, of course.
Boba Fett. Oh, and of course, with Boba Fett, I think Boba Fett's an anti-hero because, first he used to work for the Empire and, of course, Jabba. And then, of course, when both The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett came out, he was a good guy. And he was also killing stormtroopers and stuff.
Wait.
Yeah. And, of course, when he was a kid, he lost his father, Jango Fett.
Oh. Wait, Mastermind, you said his name is Boba Fett?
Wait, what? Wait, which?
Wait, you said his name is Boba Fett? I thought his name was Wabba Fett.
What the? Seriously.
Very funny.
Oh my god!
I didn't know. Wow, I didn't know Pokemon exists in that universe.
Of course it did. Like, don't you know about the crossovers and anything like that? Yeah.
Crossover.
But anyways, like, with Boba Fett, like, I believe like Boba Fett was like probably like yeah, of course he worked for the Empire, and like I think he was like maybe Darth Vader's henchman. And
I thought that too.
Yeah. And of course, like, of course, we all thought he died, but he actually survived because, of course, we all know we saw him get swallowed by the Solid Pit, but unfortunately, he was actually still alive down there. Because, of course, if y'all seen the Book of Boba Fett, there's it showed an origin story of how he survived in the Solid Pit. So, like, basically, go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought someone said something. So, like, basically, with the Book of Boba Fett, like, like, basically, like, Boba Fett, like, he was still breathing down there, and, like, he like found some air down there, and like he had to like cut his way through and release fire through, and he suddenly made it out of there. And yeah, he was also like, of course, in the book of Boba Fett, the Jawas take his armor and stuff as he's sleeping, and then suddenly he was saved by Tusken Raiders, and like first that they thought the Tusken Raiders thought he was an enemy, but then suddenly he turned good and he saved a mini Tusken's life from like a from like a 4-armed monster. And of course, he like works with, and of course, like if y'all seen the Mandalorian season 2 of the Mandalorian, he works with, in episode 6, 7, and 8, he works with Mando, and then in the book of Boba Fett, he reunites with Mando, and they fight like a bunch of bad guys who killed the Tuskens that helped him, and also like he even meets his enemy Cad Bane again.
Nice.
Oh, and anything y'all want to say about Boba Fett?
No, I'm good.
Not that much.
So, Mastermind, what would you put Boba Fett?
I'd say he can be. We can put him on S because he was a pretty cool character. Next,
Right. Jango Fett.
yes, Boba Fett's father. Okay, so his appearance. So yeah, again, he was way before Boba Fett because he was Jango Fett. Jango Fett was Boba Fett's father, and yeah, like basically, and yeah, if y'all seen Star Wars 2, Boba Fett was a kid and he was running off with Jango Fett, and of course, with Jango Fett, like Jango Fett was a bad guy, and like he was like trying, and he was working with the battle droids and stuff, and suddenly, like as all the Jedi's came and they were fighting off all the battle droids and stuff, like Jango Fett got into the battle and he tried killing some Jedi's as well, but unfortunately he fails and he gets his head cut off by Mace Windu.
Mace.
Mace Windu. And
Oh yeah, I did see that. I did.
Yep. And of course, Mace Windu and all the other Jedi's, they fly off out of the arena as like, and then Boba Fett runs to Jango's helmet and picks it up and I believe now he was sad because Jango Fett was his father and he got killed by Mace Windu. And of course, like back in episode 6, season 2 of The Mandalorian, like, basically Boba Fett explained Mando some memories. Like he said, he showed like a little thing on his arm and he said, "See, this is me, Boba Fett, and this is my father, Jango Fett." And then Mando said, "Your father was a foundling." So Jango Fett was a foundling, of course. So for Jango Fett, anything y'all want to say about Jango Fett?
I don't even know him.
Summed up everything. So
Like, yeah, basically. So yeah, what's your final verdict for him?
I'd say we can put him on S as well.
for what reason?
I mean, yeah, that's mine. With this, you don't always have to put everything on S. You can also put A, B, D, depending like how you feel about the character.
Okay. Well, actually, like, the only appearance he made was basically just Star Wars 2 because that was where he also died in. So for him, I think we can just put him on A.
All right.
Palpatine. Okay, Herbert.
Oh my god. I just like, okay, out of the versions, because yeah, I was really surprised that one of them was Tim Curry, who voiced him in the Clone Wars from 2008.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
And the version I was doing Seth MacFarlane's version from Robot Chicken.
All right. Well, who can forget about something, dark side, something. That was the thing.
Something complete. Welcome, young Skywalker. I've been expecting you. Welcome. I sound like I have a frog.
I get what you were referencing. You're referencing Janitor Poopatine from Fanboy and Chum Chum. I just got that.
Wait. It's Janitor Poopatine. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also, by the way,
Okay. So that's who that janitor was then. Okay. So I was wondering who he was in that being a full operation, huh? Well, I'll be the judge of that. Thank you for clarifying that for me.
No problem.
I mean, the name is obvious to point out.
All right, Mastermind, go ahead.
all right. So if I'm gonna be honest, like with this guy. Oh, and also, by the way, what do y'all think of the Family Guy version? Like, they let Lois's father be him.
Well, as I did say before, he did talk shit about Seth Green and his projects to Chris, and it's ironic because Chris is voiced by Seth Green. That's what I had to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wait, I thought Herbert the Pervert was General Palpatine.
No.
Yeah. But of course, this was the Emperor of the Empire, and like, of course, Darth Vader was his Sith Lord, and basically he's been
also,
around for like. Go ahead.
Also, Christian Herbert played Obi-Wan.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
Yo, remember that dirty joke when Chris came in and his lightsaber went up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Let me just say, nasty.
Hot damn.
Yeah. But of course,
Dog. Hey, you're not Mickey Mouse.
Of course not. Then you'd be kicking the balls just like Justin Bieber did to that Mickey Mouse.
Okay. So of course he's been around in lots of most of the Star Wars movies, and like of course he was killed by Darth Vader because he was trying to kill Luke Skywalker with his electric powers, and then suddenly again Darth Vader saves Luke's life by grabbing him and throwing him off the cliff.
Get away from my son.
Yep. And of course, suddenly, but suddenly when Star Wars 9 came, he comes back, but like he was more old, and of course, he had lots of guards and stuff. And yeah, of course, he still has his electric powers, but like, when Star Wars 9 came, he was like more old, but he was still trying to put an end to the Jedi and stuff. And anything I want to say about him?
It's just the laugh and the voice in general that I like about this guy. This is what always just gets me.
It's like Jared Leto Joker.
Oh God, that's an insult to him. Don't ever compare him to Jared
who was,
Joker.
Hey, you guys, you want to know who was also like old with electric powers?
Mm-hmm.
Adam West.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Future old people are wizards.
Oh yeah, Christian.
Y'all thought I was thinking the wizard Shazam.
That is also true. I was going to say, Christian, when you reference Jared Leto, it reminds me of Teen Titans Blood when Robin was disguised as Jared Leto's Joker, and they were making fun of him for that.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Jared Leto.
They had a right to laugh at him for it.
Why would you be Jared Leto's Joker? He's like the worst Joker, not the best Joker.
Yeah, be Mark Hamill Joker. That's the best one. And also,
Beast Boy was.
Maybe the Troy Baker one, because he did a pretty good job on that one too.
Because what I remember is that Beast Boy did Mark Hamill and Heath Ledger's Joker, while Cyborg did Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and of
That
course,
I give a thumbs up to.
and also apparently, with Teen Titans, blah, apparently I don't think Robin liked Star Wars at all, because if y'all seen that episode, apparently, what he said when he went on to a Star Wars adventure, he was like all frightened and he was acting like C-3PO and stuff.
Well,
I thought you wait when you said like freaking out. I thought you were gonna put in say R2D2 because I was thinking he would probably scream like him.
I mean, that's what you could say about Robin in that one is he's not the chosen one.
Yep, agree. Or we could also say, may the Force not be with him.
Damn. Yeah, true. Well, then, where would you like to put this character, Mastermind?
With this character, I'd say we can put him on. Let's put him on. Okay, what would y'all put? I'm thinking A or B. What would y'all pick? Would y'all pick A or B?
A.
Yeah.
A. Then it's
A.
A then.
A. The next one is Wacko Warner.
Wacko Warner?
I mean, like, yeah, Jess Harnell did play him one time, and that was cool. But in all seriousness, I just gotta say, when I first saw Darth Maul's picture, I'm like, dude, why are you staring at me like that? I mean, like, it's just horrifying to look at first for me. But he has a cool design.
When I first saw it, I was like, ew.
Bro, it reminds me of those people that get tattoos on their faces, look like a rebel.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, Darth Maul, he looks like a devil a little.
I mean, I think that's the point.
So. Also, wait, let's call him the Red Skull of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hand it to the actor that played him in live action, of course, and also voicing him in some projects. Like, he did really good because I also know him from seeing where he plays Big Daddy.
Oh yeah, Peter Serafinowicz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, he has a cool lightsaber. I mean, it's a double. It's because his lightsaber is a double laser lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But of course, again, like how he dies, like he gets cut in half by Obi-Wan, and then he falls down the hole.
But recently, I did see somewhere where he came back for revenge. Like he had a new lower body, and I was like, what? So how do you survive that, man?
Dang. Yeah, and of course, since he was the bad guy in the first Star Wars, like I believe he was the first Sith Lord, because honestly, he was wearing all black, and he had, of course, he had a red double-bladed lightsaber. So yeah, of course, he was also the first Sith Lord.
Oh, well, I guess that's nice to know. I guess it does make sense with the chronological one now that you brought that up. Like, yeah, Phantom Menace.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And of course, of course, he even kills. Of course, yeah, I did mention this, but of course, he even kills. He of course, kills Obi-Wan's master.
Why?
Yep. And also, what would y'all say? Anything else y'all would say about Darth Maul?
What's unique though? If he's a first Star Wars, forgot to be Darth Maul.
That was cool though.
It's true.
Yep. Oh yeah, and what was crazy in the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars, when Phineas was fighting Ferb, of course, their lightsabers could make more blades.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And what would y'all rank Darth Maul?
S.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, I agree. S.
Yes, Count Dooku. And before we say anything, let's give our condolences to the late and great Sir Christopher Lee. Yeah, because with his story, because Christopher Lee was one of those legendary actors, and I was really surprised about his stories. Because fun fact, Christopher Lee was one of the inspirations from James Bond. If you didn't know that.
Oh,
because of the voice, especially. And what was so cool is that I found out because being born in the early like 20s to 30s, like he was actually part of the Second World War.
wow.
Yeah,
So he is a
and
legend.
uh and before I knew he was in Star Wars, I first got introduced to him in Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, where he plays Willy Wonka's dad.
Yes.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
it
dentist
was
himself.
harsh. It was
Yeah,
harsh.
the dentist, like the backstory, especially finding that his son was eating chocolate and is burning it, but he kept continued just eating chocolate. And then when Charlie tried to convince him to go to his dad, and he actually got to see his dad after how many years, and it was actually really good though. Yeah.
Heartwarming.
Before getting to even know about the actual Count Dooku, like I do remember there's the Mad parody, like what was it? Yeah, Star Wars: The Grown Wars. He was actually referred to as Count Poo Poo, and it was voiced by freaking Gary Anthony Williams.
Dang.
Count Poo Poo.
Yeah, yeah. They of course they had to be like clever and funny with it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which,
And I also want to say, when he sadly passed away, and like even before he passed, like I gotta hand this to Corey Burton. He does a spot on impression of Christopher Lee. Spot on.
That was my introduction to Count
He
Dooku. Was Star
does.
Wars.
And it's so funny because other than Count Dooku, he also voices other characters that Christopher Lee has previously voiced or like played in live action.
And yeah, I do believe one time I think it was Kingdom Hearts. One of his characters, like
Be right back.
like
Keep talking
Corey
about Magic and my mom's coming.
Okay, but go on.
like Corey Burton, he did the voice like so very impressed. Like it impressed Christopher Lee himself that he was like, why did I even show up in the first place? Since you can do like just as good as me.
I mean, yeah, that's why Corey Burton's like one of the best. Like he's like one of the best legends of Disney.
And overall,
yeah,
in
he is.
general. in
What I
voice
didn't
acting.
know is that. Wait, what I didn't know is that he was also voiced in Emperor's New School.
Oh wow, who did he play?
I think he played like one of the teachers.
Oh,
It didn't say who, but his name was in the credits. I think it was like the regular teacher, like the
the
short
regular
guy.
teacher. Then that would have been Chris.
Like-
Not Christopher. Curtis Armstrong voicing that teacher. Then.
Maybe.
Yeah. But what else can I say about him? Is that like, yeah, this has a really good voice, especially provided by Christopher Lee, and like seeing more of his design and like how he plays out. He's like one of my favorites.
What I also found even more interesting is that he was the former student of Yoda, if I'm right.
Yeah,
I did.
you are correct. That was shocking too. And what about you, Massman? Anything from your side?
Yeah. Well, if I'm gonna be honest, like I think like because of him, I believe that he's, of course, I believe it was, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's the reason why Anakin joined the dark side, because I think he made Anakin hold the red lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And yeah, of course, with him, he was also a Sith Lord as well. Like, he was after Darth Maul, I think. But yes, for him, and that's all I gotta say about him. Anything else?
Let's see here. What else can I say? I'm just going back here. There was something else I wanted to say about Christopher Lee. I have to go back. Oh yeah, of course. Even though I didn't see all the films, yeah, he was a part of the Lord of the Rings franchise.
Oh, nice.
It was also Dracula.
That is true. Yeah. Oh, now it makes so much sense because in Avengers Assemble, Corey Burton played a character named Dracula, and he used a Christopher Lee impression.
Oh, that is
That
ironic.
voice is his Christopher Lee impression. I love when he does that voice.
Yes.
I guess he also did that one when he was playing as Zeus in God of War.
Not the Zeus from God of War, of course. The Hercules TV show.
Such chaos. I will have much to do after I kill you.
But what else can I say is that recipes to Christopher Lee. You did excellent, my sir, and of course also to Corey Burton also did excellent. I would put him an S.
Yes.
Ah, shit, this motherfucker.
Oh,
It's Samuel L. Jackson's ass. Not just playing, but still. Yep, we got Nick
hey,
Fury
Nick
and
Fury.
Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Wait. So the guy you were talking about, he was killed by Mountain Dew?
I got that. I got that.
What?
What's I was about to say, the behind the scenes, what's so cool is that when he was offered the role, he asked for a purple lightsaber. And the thing is, at first they said no, but I saw this behind the scenes video where George Lucas surprised him with a purple one. And why he asked for a purple one is because Samuel L. Jackson's favorite color is purple.
Makes
Nice.
sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And thanks, George.
Yep. Genius. But yeah, go ahead, Mastermind.
Okay,
There.
so with
It's
this
George
guy-
Lucas did it, so now it's canon. So suck it.
Okay, so with this guy, of course, like Jango Fett, he made an appearance. His first appearance was the second Star Wars, and of course, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and his girlfriend were captured, and so he came, and they were at the arena. So he came to the arena to stop everything, and he comes to save Obi-Wan, Anakin, and his girlfriend. And yeah, of course, like I mentioned, he's the one who cut off Jango Fett's head.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'd say he did a good job. He was heroic.
I mean, too bad like he got killed though.
Yeah, that too. And would y'all like to say anything about him as well?
I basically said my part.
Okay. All right.
Still did I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would y'all rank him?
I would put him an A.
Yeah, A sounds good.
I'm glad he was able to understand the alien language because he would have been like, English, mother! Do you speak it?
Intermission. All right.
That's a quote.
I know
got
it's a
just
quote.
one question for all of y'all before I slice you up. What's in your wallet? Huh? I said, what's in your wallet? What was that?
I'm back.
God, nigga,
Oh,
what are
shit,
you
that.
doing? What
Oh,
are you doing?
Oh, you're trying to speak Toad.
No, that's not Toad. Which Toad are you talking about? X-Men or Mario?
Oh yeah, I heard that there's a character named Toad in Marvel, and I was like, "What?" And I had help from one of my other friends to like look him up. Of course, I'm not talking about the one from Mario because we all know what his voice is like. It's
The way
Oh,
you do
no.
that, Blitz, reminds me of how Owen
God.
started working.
Oh no, guys! Blitzy became the Grudge. Let's get out of here.
And no, this reminds me when Gabriel Iglesias does his like burping sound, or like the deep sounds he does. What are you guys doing today?
That was it. Yeah, I heard like Gus Johnson doing an impression of it. Once upon a time, I killed my.
We sound like Crank's fucking. We sound like Crank, but more deeper.
Krang?
You know, from the 80s?
Yeah, Ace Crane.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Krang, and I will destroy you turtles.
And what's so cool about the 80s one is that Pat Fairley, who played Krang in that one, he based the voice off a Jewish mother.
What?
Because you know how Jewish mothers talk, like, something like this, and then
Yeah,
adding
but they don't. Yeah, but they don't croak.
No, he added that afterwards.
Okay. Oh.
What are you doing? Nothing.
What are you?
I'm nothing.
No, you are something, but clearly it is not fucking enough. Now tell me, what are you?
This is the way.
Who am I? I'm your new stepdaddy.
This is the
Wait,
way.
no, mastermind.
Yeah.
This is not the way because you don't know the way.
Do you know the why? Do you know the why?
Our queen knows the way. We respect the queen and we spit on people who disrespect her.
But yeah, going back to
Everyone,
go ahead.
everyone, let us make the noise of the great Knuckles people. Speaking of Knuckles, I gotta see the Knuckles series.
I mean,
Where's
yeah.
Fred?
First intermission.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah. My little brother, he saw the Knuckles series, said it was good, and yeah, I might check it out this weekend.
Yeah, they said that it's only like 6 episodes, but I thought like with how long it might be, it would probably be like the same length as like a short movie, like an hour and 43 minutes, like from the Sherlock episodes, but it's a half hour.
Yeah, and by the way, what do you call it? Of course, if you didn't know or not, James Marsden, who plays Tom, is not in the part of the show.
Yeah, I know. Donut Lord's not in it.
But Wade is in it with his buddy Knuckles.
If Sonic is part of it and Tails and his girlfriend, how come James Marsden's not part of it?
Well, here's the thing, though. It's a Paramount Plus show, and plus, James Marsden is one of those actors that you have to pay extra just to be in this show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why you can only see Maddie in this show. That's the thing, because the actor doesn't mind like being in the show or not. It's because again, like with certain actors being in shows or movies, why not just be in both? I know you have a busy schedule, but you can make time. I mean, hey,
Yeah, make time like Mr. Incredible.
Still ways, but anyways, James Marsden was very available for Hop, and you know how that turned out.
Yeah, oh yeah, I remember him in Hop. That was actually a good movie.
That's like the one and only one you can see like with live action, sadly.
I liked it.
I mean, it was a good movie for Easter, like when I was a kid, so I'll give you that too.
It's good to watch it around Easter.
Illumination. Oh yeah, by the way, the Illumination intro where Stuart was riding a disco ball, you know what that kind of reminds me of?
What?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Shit.
We're getting canceled for that shit.
And just like that, Minions got canceled. So fuck.
Hey, our Laura's kind of Laura stuff, right? No, okay, we're all screwed. We lost that day. Oh yeah, I was about to say, do you remember seeing the Mad parody of Hop?
What?
I saw
I
it.
have.
Yeah, it was a good like French. I was asking, did you see that Mad parody with Hop?
Wait, Hop. You're talking about hops, like Hop and Cops together?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
There.
Yep. Of course, Christian has General Grievous.
So go ahead, Christian.
Alright then. So of course, General Grievous is like, of course, the general of the droids of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and of course, I didn't know that there's part of the Star Wars film too. But I mean, at the time I was watching Clone Wars, I thought he was only for this show, but then found out he's actual character. Anyway, yeah, he is a really cool character. Even though he's evil, I still like his design. I mean, come on. Whenever you've seen design like that, I mean, it's really dope. And after that, who played him in Clone Wars again?
Well, which one? It was John DiMaggio or Richard McGonagall.
I only know.
Hmm?
I only know Steve Bloom being in it because I heard from the commercials.
Okay, like when you say Clone Wars 2, remember there's Clone Wars and The Clone Wars. Like Clone Wars, that was 2003. The Clone Wars was 2008.
Okay, 2008 then.
2008. All right. That was probably. Yeah, the actor Matthew Russell.
Well, he did pretty good as him.
Yeah.
And he's my favorite character to play in my Wii game, Star Wars: The Clone Wars Lightsaber Duels. It's like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, but with Star Wars characters.
Wait, I was gonna say like their Soul Calibur version, because in 4 they included both I think Vader for PS3 and Yoda for Xbox.
Good for them.
I just want to say, it's kind of funny in a way that Richard McGonagall played General Grievous because he has 4 arms. Hello, 4 arms.
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah.
And John DiMaggio too. Don't forget.
Oh, 2 for the price of 1. Get it? 2, 4. Okay, we were just playing math again.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, even though I'm not a Star Wars fan, I still like General Grievous. So maybe in my next Ornamental, I can do an episode of him.
Just put it on your list and then don't forget.
Not about that now.
By now. But anyways, anybody else want to say something about the journal over here?
Yeah, a little bit of a fun fact. Originally, like George Lucas imagined him as a small child in a floating chair, which was a little bit weird.
Whoa! Whoa!
So he imagined him as MODOK?
Wait, yeah, MODOK? I was either thinking of MODOK or Time Baby from Gravity Falls.
Or Collectimus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they didn't go with that concept. I'm glad we got what we got today.
Yep. And with General Grievous, of course, I'd say, yeah, I agree with everyone. General Grievous is like an epic character. Like, of course, like we know Obi-Wan defeats him in Star Wars 3, and yeah, of course, like I'm wondering how they made him with 4 arms. Like, I'm guessing maybe the extra arm. I'm guessing, of course, since he's a robot, I think they probably used like a real robot to make him or something.
Well, like the extra arms come out as like normal 2 arms, which is a little bit cool. Like think of kind of like a little bit like Stitch a little, because he can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Put him A.
And what would y'all rank him?
Well, Christian said A, so
Yeah, we can go with A.
A+.
All right. Next up,
Pizza the Hut.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
remember.
Thank you.
I remember that reference. Like, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Out of all my versions, Kevin Markinson is my favorite version for voicing him.
Same here.
Me too.
What about?
And fun
what did you
fact,
think
his
of,
language is reference.
Oh, go ahead.
You go first. You go first.
Okay. Fun fact, his language, I forgot what it is. It's referenced in the first Man in Black movie.
Mhm.
All right. I was gonna say, like, what did you think of like Dana Snyder's impression in the Lego one?
It was funny.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I actually did not know that Dan Snyder was him.
No, it was pretty funny though, because he's not going for the deep voice. He's like normal, but still funny at the end.
It's just comedic.
Wait, he's a different kind of Hut. He's not Jabba.
Oh, and of course, there was, of course, the Family Guy version, which obviously, Joe Swatson was Jabba the Hutt. And what do y'all
He
think of the
was?
Joe Swatson?
It would
Yeah,
have
I'm
been
like-
better if it was. It would have been better if
Hang
it
on,
was
I'm gonna look
Peter
this up.
because he fits that perfectly.
Or is it have to be the guy in the wheelchair?
I well, Joe along with Meg, like there were multiple characters in the Family Guy Star Wars. So yeah, like in It's a Trap, yeah, that's where Joe played Jabba.
yep. And Peter, and unlike Obi-Wan, the way Peter said, "I know that laugh. It's the 7-Up guy."
Also,
Man,
speaking
Joe
of,
looks weird as Jabba the Hutt, but I guess it fits.
also speaking of Meg, how come I do always get the short roles?
Shut up,
Sure.
Meg.
Meg.
Yeah.
Actually, she said, "How come I never get any lines in these things?"
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
and plus,
I'm getting a call.
Meg doesn't even play any characters. Like the only characters she played are like just the monsters and stuff. Like she played the Earthworm, and she even played the Solic Pit.
Yeah, and to be fair, at least she got that one episode where it's like, "Oh, we're giving Steph's voice a rest," and you see all stuff in front of those characters. At least she got that moment out of the way.
Yeah.
So she shouldn't be complaining at this point.
And we also got a bit of a cameo from Chip.
Yeah,
Yay!
and of course,
Hi,
with
everybody.
Jabba,
Look who's walking.
yep, and of course with Jabba the Hutt, just like what we mentioned. Of course, he dies by getting choked to death by Princess Leia.
Good. That's what you get for making her a slave, bitch.
Yep. But most importantly, with Star Wars, we can't forget what Luke says to Jabba. Jabba, this is your last chance. Free us or die.
So you've chosen death.
Yeah.
Death for you.
I might be killed as a pussy, but I die as a hero today. God bless. Oh my god. Alright. So where do we put Jabba?
In the sun where he can burn.
Jesus.
What?
He said the sun where he burns.
Yeah, because that's the only time where his fat can burn.
For me, I would put him in B.
Yeah, B. He can go on B.
For bitch.
B for bitch.
Alright. Go ahead, Mastermind.
Okay. Okay, Cad Bane. Okay, so if I'm being honest, even though Cad Bane's a villain, but he's pretty cool. I mean, of course, like his original appearance was Star Wars: The Clone Wars, of course. But of course, if y'all seen the Book of Boba Fett, he made an appearance there as well. And yeah, of course, I think he was Boba Fett's arch nemesis, because he got to appear in the Book of Boba Fett, which was live action. And if y'all seen the Book of Boba Fett, what do y'all think of Cad Bane in live action?
Well, first time seeing him in general, I'm like, man, this guy's intimidating. It was like I make the rules now from the Clone Wars. But seeing him in live action, he's just as, I guess, perfectly accurate.
Yep, and of course menacing too, because of course just like in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, they of course gave him his red eyes and his sharp teeth, and of course I like what he said in there. I'd be careful where I was sticking my nose if I were you.
Okay, so my bad. I was gonna call for my church friend to let her know that if she's picking me up tomorrow, and she is. So who are we talking about now?
Cad Bane.
Yeah, Cad Bane, Boba Fett's arch nemesis.
Interesting.
Yeah, because basically, of course, because of course he originally made an appearance. Because again, he made an appearance in Star Wars: The Clone Wars first, and of course he made an appearance in the Book of Boba Fett in live action.
Mm-hmm. And what's funny is, yeah, if I'm going back here, there's a character who looks like him in Samurai Jack. His name is X9. He's supposed to be a parody of him and along with John Wick.
I
Nice.
think I've
Nice.
seen it, but I don't remember.
And what's so cool is that he was voiced by Darren Norris.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But during the shows, I did like Corey Burton's version as well, like replicating it. Yeah, I do think he's an interesting character.
Yep. And of course, you know how Cad Bane dies, like basically in the book of Boba Fett, like basically he was about to fight Boba Fett, and he tells Boba Fett he's faster than him, but Boba Fett says he is wearing armor, and yeah, like basically they have a duel together, and like he removes Boba Fett's helmet because he was about to kill him now, but suddenly Boba Fett quickly gets back up, and suddenly Boba Fett pulls out his weapon that the Tusken Raiders gave him, and he suddenly stabs Cad Bane, and Cad Bane dies.
Mm.
Yeah. But anyways, would any y'all like to say any more about Cad Bane?
Not really.
Oh, I said my part.
Okay. Well, for Cad Bane, I'd say he's a really cool villain. So for him, I think we can give him an A.
A for asshole. All right, next one.
Ahsoka.
It's Ashoka.
Yeah.
Hey.
I do her best in, of course, Star Wars: The
Ahsoka?
Clone Wars.
Yeah, true. That was my introduction as well. And what was so interesting about her actor is that she was also in Drake and Josh and DC Superhero Girls 2015.
Who did she play
Who
in
did she play?
2015?
She was the voice of Cheetah.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait.
I should grab it.
Wait, did you say on Nickelodeon who'd she play?
So in Drake and Josh, she played one of Drake's girlfriends. No surprise there.
Oh.
Yeah, my introduction to her was also Star Wars: The Clone Wars, but of course, you know, of course, she even appeared in live action as well. Like, of course, but like, I mean, of course, I know I seen her appear in Star Wars too, but also I even seen her appear in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, and also plus, here's a cool thing, like. If any of y'all are a fan of her, well, apparently, I think either last year or 2022, Disney Plus actually gave her a show.
Yeah. That's where I mentioned that Anakin Skywalker can make a return, and yeah, that's where the population began.
Yeah.
And yeah, from Clone Wars, the Clone Wars, yeah, it was very nice to like know that she was the Padawan of Anakin. That was very nice to know, and like trying to like grow into like a Jedi for herself. And I've seen some episodes here and there. I might get back onto it. I just like her overall in general because I was like, oh, look at that. You don't really see much female Star Wars characters, kind of, but it's nice to bring in more in. You know?
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, I say she's a pretty good character.
Yeah. So, overall, we could say, at least from my opinion, you could disagree if you want. I would put her in A.
Same here.
Yeah, same. Right. Now, next, the new character. Next, of course, the new character who appeared in Star Wars 7, 8, and 9, the one and only Rey.
Romano.
It was all right.
Okay. And yet again, I guess like she was only like created in order to like to just appeal to other females again because like it's always nice to just see like a female like protagonist like here there and stuff. And it was kind of nice for her to see that training montage with her and Luke, especially that one where like he told her to reach out, and she literally just did it. And like he has that leaf. He just touches her hand with it. It's like, oh, I can feel it. You can feel it. Yes, that's the force. And then slap. Oh, you mean? it was a little bit funny.
Yeah, and of course, she even meets BB-8 in Star Wars 7. And yeah, like basically, like and also plus, I believe in Star Wars 7, she has an origin story. Like ever since she was a kid, I think her parents were captured, and yeah, she was going, "Come back!"
Oh wait, 7. Wasn't that was supposed to be what was it called again? Yeah, there was
Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh, I got prepared. That was about. I thought I was talking about the like next one, but thanks.
And yeah, like basically, like okay, so basically she meets of course some of the other characters who can help her. Like she meets another new character named Finn, and also she even meets, of course, Han Solo and Chewbacca because they found the Millennium Falcon and stuff. And because Finn and Rey, like they found the Millennium Falcon like with all the garbage and stuff, and it was still working. And yeah, of course, she suddenly become. And yeah, there was one thing that I think maybe Rey probably didn't know, but of course, she realized she's also Jedi, and she of course fights Kylo Ren.
Yes.
Anything y'all want to say about Rey?
No.
Not really.
Said enough.
Yeah. But of course, like Fresh mentioned, she of course meets Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
Yep. For Rey, I'd say she's a good character, so I think we can give her an S rank.
All right. What's up? Okay, from my side, okay, because I believe the first movie was The Force Awakens when BB-8 first appeared, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I was shocked to know that he actually had two voice actors. That was Ben Schwartz and Bill Hader.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ben Schwartz was him originally.
Mm-hmm.
And what's unique about BB-8, and I think it was a cat that was the one that was controlling it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was.
That was
like
clever.
it's like in the Guardians of the Galaxy where they actually use a real raccoon just for like Rocket's like CGI.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta say, very cool character because I remember when this movie came out, there was a lot of merchandise about BB-8, and it was trying out really good. Yeah, for me, like I know I can't explain that much. I just give BB-8 a.
And that's fine. Like if it's little information, that's fair. It's fair game.
Yeah. And of course, BB-8 meets C-3PO, and they he was wondering why R2-D2 wasn't moving, and C-3PO said that R2 was having problems.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Finn. And fun fact: originally, the role was offered to Tom Holland.
Nice.
Oh.
But of course, what I was shocked about Finn's actual actor because he's actually British.
Huh?
Yeah. But Mastermind, you basically said the sum up with Finn before, but is there anything else you want to say about Finn?
Yes. Okay, so first in Star Wars The Force Awakens, he was like, we see him as a stormtrooper, and he was like, and yeah, of course he was a stormtrooper and he was working for the Empire, but suddenly he realizes that now he doesn't want to be a stormtrooper no more. So he helps the guy he meets, and they work together, and of course again he meets Rey, and they basically work together to stop Kylo Ren and destroy the Star Killer base. And basically again, like, if y'all don't know what the Star Killer base is, it looks like the Death Star, but it's actually bigger than the Death Star.
Do you think maybe he's compensating for something?
Yeah.
They're good going, Fresh.
Yes, they.
Yep. Anything y'all want to say about Finn?
I don't know him that much, but I know him through commercials. So
Yeah. So where would you put him, Mastermind?
For him, I think we can put him on A. Yeah. And of course, he even of course, they even like him and Han Solo and Chewbacca. They of course defeat the Silver Stormtrooper, whatever her name was.
Look who it is.
Oh, her?
Mhm.
Yeah, the Silver.
Wait, wasn't her name Captain Plasma or something like that?
Let me see. I think it's Captain Plasma. Let me see.
That sounds like a Marvel. That sounds like a Marvel or DC name.
Yes, it's Captain. Actually, it's Captain Phasma.
Oh, thanks.
Phasma.
Got it. All right, now we want to be free of this pain. Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Yeah, I gotta say, Adam Driver did really, really excellent as Kylo Ren. And before, again, watching the films, the 7th grade teacher I was talking about in math class, he actually showed us an SNL video where he was they were doing an undercover boss kind of video.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When I first saw him, I was like, it reminds me of Darth Vader a little bit.
Yeah,
I
was thinking the same thing as well because I was thinking like this. He's kind of like Hayden Christensen, but done right. He's like a combination of, yes, of course, Anakin. Let's see, Andrew from Chronicle, Loki, all combined into one.
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, he even of course, in the battle between him, between him and Kylo Ren, him and Rey fighting against him, Kylo Ren fighting against Finn and Rey, Finn was using Luke's lightsaber to fight him, and as Kylo Ren was trying to kill Finn, he was calling him a traitor and stuff because Finn used to work for the Empire. And yeah, Kylo Ren was trying to kill him because he called him a traitor lots of times.
Well,
also, did you guys like Adam Driver's screaming?
Yes, I did.
Traitor!
Yeah.
I've seen a screaming compilation of him when I saw a Jacksepticeye video. I can't wait to eat some nachos.
Yeah, I saw that too. Damn. But yeah. Overall, Adam Driver's performance, not just for Kylo Ren, but in other movies I've seen him in, what was that movie with Scarlett Johansson I was thinking of? Oh yeah, Marriage Story. He did really, really good in that movie. And what do you call it? Back when they were planning the Kraven the Hunter movie, he was one of the few choices to play Kraven, along with Brad Pitt, Keanu Reeves, and who was it? Denzel Washington's son.
Yeah.
But because of his role as Kylo Ren, people, the fans, especially from Marvel, want to see him as Doctor Doom.
Huh.
That's
hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, in Star Wars 9, after not having his helmet, of course, in Star Wars 8, he doesn't have his helmet at all, but he still has his lightsaber. But of course, when Star Wars 9 comes, he's got his helmet again, but of course, it's got cracks all over it because, his helmet was destroyed or something. But of course, he gets his helmet back, and suddenly, the next thing you know, he's at the Death Star with Rey. The Death Star didn't come back, but it was they found it on a planet, in water, because it was destroyed. And suddenly, the next thing we know, Kylo Ren finds a memory of Han Solo. Yeah, because, he killed Han Solo. Yep. But anyways, what would y'all rank Kylo Ren?
S. It's just like an S to me.
Yes, S. Definitely. And plus, his lightsaber is really cool because, he's got tiny, tiny blades on the sides.
Okay, I just want to say something. I should have mentioned this earlier. Who had a lightsaber as a kid? I was one of those kids. Who else had a lightsaber?
I used to have a blue lightsaber, but I gave it away because I barely played it anymore. I saw yours still.
Yeah, I had a lightsaber too.
Yo, those things were like awesome. Because it reminds me whenever I was in kindergarten, and like if you had like one of those markers, the color markers or like cubes, you would like shape them as a sword. I remember those times.
Oh, you did that too?
Yeah, I did.
They were basically made to do that.
Sword fights. Oh shit, the Marcus fell up. Wait, regen.
I remember McDonald's had a McDonald's toy that like Star Wars Clone Wars top spinners.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, now we move on to finally the moment we've all been waiting for, the new series, the Mandalorian and stuff. So anyways, we start off with the Mandalorian, aka his course for short. His name is Mando. Okay, so basically with Mando, like if y'all seen the first season of The Mandalorian, like it showed his origin story. Like when he was a kid, he was at the time where, there were the battle droids and they were killing everyone. And his parents took him someplace safe and they hugged him goodbye because they wanted to keep him safe. And suddenly the battle droids killed his parents. And the battle droids were about to kill him next, but it was till then, suddenly, he was saved by the Mandalorian, because during the battle droids, the Mandalorian came and they saved him. And yeah, after that, during that time, he became a Mandalorian as well. And he was like going on adventures and stuff, fighting bad guys, and of course, he of course meets Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, and yeah, he finds a bunch of people, and yeah, they help him fight off the Empire and stuff, and which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I want to agree with you because even though I didn't watch the full series, but I did watch through YouTube, and the concept of the Mandalorian, it's really good. Like, yeah, and especially surprised that Jon Favreau created the show and produced it and directed with Bryce Dallas Howard. It's just really, really great. It's like how he put together a good Star Wars show. Because with Jon Favreau, he's done the Iron Man movies and then Elf. Very good director.
Yes, I agree. And anything y'all want to say about Mando?
Not really, but he reminds me a lot like Boba Fett.
Oh, you say something, Fresh?
He said he's gonna come, be right back.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I heard him say pause.
Pause. Be right back. But I will say, I was very surprised about the actor that played Mando over here. Yeah, Pedro Pascal. He's also known for playing Joel from The Last of Us show. And recently he's the new Mr. Fantastic for the 2025 movie for the Fantastic Four.
Nice.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, here's the thing though, because it was a little scary when they were doing the casting with this, with the MCU's official movie, because for a while people wanted Adam Driver as Mr. Fantastic, and for a Invisible Woman, they wanted Margot Robbie, but they just went the opposite direction. I was like, okay, Pedro, he's good. I've seen most of his work, but it's a little bit testy here and there.
I think for Adam Driver, it would be best if he was like Human Torch, because he would shout, or maybe the Thing. He can voice the Thing.
All right,
Yeah.
proceed.
All right.
All right.
I just finished saying some stuff about Mando. Like, a Fresh way. Would you like to say some stuff about Mando?
I mean, like he was like an interesting character and all that. Like, thanks for like educating me about him, much more about him. So that's all. Yeah.
And of course, go ahead.
First, I don't know if you're here or not. If you heard when I said, did you know about Pedro Pascal playing him?
I mean, like, well, I didn't up until now. I couldn't like hear you because like I was taking.
Oh, okay, but yeah, as I was saying, yeah, being played by Pedro Pascal, who plays Joel from the Last of Us show, and of course the new Mr. Fantastic for the 2025 Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And of course, with Mando, of course, I know y'all remember this, but of course, Mando was, of course, my character for Express Kick Charge from 2021 and 2022.
I do remember.
Yep. And yeah, with Mando, he's a really epic character. So for him, I think we can give him an S.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone loves him.
And you know who else everyone loves? Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Okay, so where to?
I said S.
Thanks, because like I just couldn't hear you.
Yeah, that's the only main reason people watch the Mandalorian.
Oh my god. When they first revealed Baby Yoda, I gotta admit, he's adorable. Come on, who doesn't think he's adorable?
Yeah.
Like it's it's unbelievable, unspeakable. Like how did you man? Looking
And
back
because
at
of that, he became a popular internet meme.
He did.
Yeah.
Like there was some competition in that year when they first revealed Baby Yoda because they were doing competitions with Baby Yoda versus Baby Groot. That was like a funny competition.
Yeah, I
Baby Groot
agree.
wins.
Yep. And of course, like if y'all seen season 2 of The Mandalorian, they Ahsoka told Mando his real name. Like Baby Yoda's real name was Grogu.
Huh.
Yeah.
Or was that
Yeah.
Yoda?
no, Yoda is just a species because that's that's what I heard from.
Yoda won from me. I'm out.
Yeah. And of course, what was pretty crazy was sometimes Grogu will eat some kind of tiny living creatures. Like if y'all seen episode 2 of season 1, y'all saw he swallowed a frog in front of Mando.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But I will give my side with Baby Yoda just being the vibe because I remember seeing this video of a behind the scenes where John Favreau was holding the actual model of Baby Yoda, and coming to the doors was George Lucas, and he was showing the model of Baby Yoda, and he was very impressed. He was like, "You're basically the father of this child."
Yeah. And also when I saw Grogu, here's how I was wondering how they made Grogu. I think they just took a real baby, painted him green, and gave him long ears and gave him the suit. I think that's how they made him.
No, I don't think so.
Like babies, when it comes to babies and acting like that wouldn't kind of work out.
Understandable. But
Yeah.
anyways, for him, I think we can give him an S as well.
Yeah, put him next to the Elder, why don't you?
Yep. All right.
Well, I don't know what you.
Next up, we have our Kylo Ren's men, the Knights of Ren.
The Kylo Ren's men of the. That was such a good rhyme.
Yeah.
Good one.
But anyways, with the Knights of Ren, they are Kylo Ren's knights, and they work for him as guards, and yeah, they are definitely bad guys, and they do what Kylo Ren says until suddenly, if you saw what happens in Star Wars 9, he then Kylo Ren then kills them because I think the Emperor made them turn against him. So yeah, because he was helping Rey and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What would y'all say about the Knights of Ren?
Well,
I don't know who they are.
yeah, I was about to say, don't know them that much, but I'll give you a word for it.
Yep.
You could basically explain everyone up to I just only know about just the last two. You could just explain, because I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah.
All right. For them, I think we can give them let's give them a B. No, not B, A.
Okay.
All right. Next, I'm sure y'all probably might know these guys. They're the Red Guards. hold on, let me see their name. Like, or
Well, dude, I told you that guy. I have no idea, like like, yeah.
well, basically they're guards, and like they worked for the emperor, and these guys, like, if y'all seen them, they are like hard to kill and stuff. Like, they're like skilled, and it's like they take more than just one stab from a lightsaber and stuff. Like, oh, they're called the Praetorian Guards.
Their color scheme and the way you're saying guards, they kind of reminds me of these guards from Power Rangers Super Mega Force. That's what they remind me of.
Yep. And yeah, but yes, again, these guys are hard to kill because I seen them make an appearance in season 3 of the Book of Boba Fett, season and Star Wars 6 and Star Wars 8, and yeah, these guys are hard to kill, and they're like really skilled and stuff. And I think their like armor is like strong or something.
I mean, there's only one man that can defeat them, and you know who's that man?
Who?
Ian Hawke.
That's cool. And for them,
I'll get it.
I think for them, let's give them an A.
Oh, Christian, if you don't get the meme, basically Ian Hawke has been becoming like a meme recently. If you didn't see that,
No, I have not.
oh, that's alright. All right, go ahead, Messman.
All right. Next up, this guy appeared in this droid appeared in season 1 and season 3 of The Mandalorian. Like, this is IG-11, and basically, if y'all seen these types of droids in any of Star Wars stuff, well, he's basically a bounty droid, and basically, like, in season 1, he he was basically helping Mando get inside a base and where Baby Yoda was in, and suddenly he tried to kill Baby Yoda first when they met him, and suddenly Mando just blasted him in the head, and suddenly the guy that Mando met named Quill, he like goes to that base and picks up IG-11, and he fixes him up and reprograms him. And suddenly, in in episode 8 of The Mandalorian, in episode 8 of season 1, he IG-11 comes and he saves Baby Yoda from those scout troopers, and he just beats the crap out of the scout troopers. And then suddenly he goes and finds Mando and helps them out and fight all those stormtroopers and stuff. And he was still skilled and stuff. But then suddenly he was still programmed with something. He could still self-destruct. So to make way, there were stormtroopers down the lava thing where they were going through. So he made a sacrifice by getting off the boat, going to all those stormtroopers, and then he self-destructed, and he just blew up and killed all those stormtroopers. And then suddenly he comes back in season 3, but not the way we remembered him. But then suddenly, after that, in episode 8 of season 3, they fixed him up a little bit, and they made him better than ever. And yeah, for him, I think, would y'all like to say anything about him?
No.
No opinion.
Okay, well then, for him, he was pretty cool, and also I give him an A.
Okay, and I will actually help you with this next character because I'm familiar with him.
All right, go ahead.
Well, what I know about this character is that it was very interesting that Giancarlo Esposito plays him. You may know his works from Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, the Harley Quinn series, and of course, TMNT Mutant Mayhem, and then playing, yeah.
And yeah, of course, his name is Moff Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I gotta say, very interesting character when I saw some clips and when I heard Giancarlo Esposito say some parts about his character, and I like how in one interview he's saying basically Baby Yoda's the star of the show, which was pretty nice of him.
Yep. And of course, Moff Gideon, he was definitely the bad guy in The Mandalorian, because honestly, he wanted Baby Yoda to be his trophy and stuff. And yeah, Baby Yoda to be his. And then yeah, of course, he in episode 8 of season 1, he gets on his TIE fighter and tries to blast him, but Mando blows up his TIE fighter. But then suddenly, the next thing we know, he like pulls out the dark saber and cuts his way out, which means he's not done yet and he's not giving up just yet. And suddenly in season 2, he captures Baby Yoda and locks Baby Yoda in a cell. But then suddenly they defeat him by capturing him. But it wasn't over just yet, because in season 3, now Moff Gideon is powerful than ever because he wears a suit made out of the dark troopers that he created, and he was like it was making him strong and stuff. And suddenly in season 3, he dies from an explosion.
Kind of reminds me of Giancarlo Esposito's other character, like Gus, how he died, like basically getting in a room, explosion, and then half his face was like blood and bones, and then just dies like that.
Yeah. And anything else you would like to say about Moff Gideon?
As you I take your word for it. For me, for his ranking, I would probably give him around an A.
Yeah, same. I agree with you.
All right, go ahead and mess with the next character.
Okay, so these were also the bad guys in the Book of Boba Fett. So they're called the Pike Syndicate, because basically in episode 8 of the Book of Boba Fett, they were riding like a silver train and blasting all the Tusken Raiders from it. Then suddenly Boba Fett figures out a way to stop the train, because he trains the Tusken Raiders to be better than ever, and they finally kill all the bad guys on there, and they stopped the train. And but then suddenly Boba Fett realized that they were not giving up just yet, because in episode 3 of the Book of Boba Fett, he realized that the Tuskens were all killed and stuff, and he thought it was a biker gang that killed them, but it was the Pikes. But it was the Pike. They blamed it. They framed it on a biker gang to make Boba Fett think it was the biker gang. But then suddenly, Cad Bane tells him it wasn't a biker gang that killed the Tuskens. It was the Pike. So then, after, of course, while he defeated Cad Bane, he, of course, even defeated the Pike with his partner and a bunch of other people who helped him and stuff. And yeah, the Pike, they're pretty evil, and they've killed they killed the Tuskens, and they even hurt a lot of people and stuff. And so, yeah, for them, of course, the only thing I know them in was the Book of Boba Fett. So for the Pike, I think we should give them a B.
All right. So yeah, I'm very familiar with this character. Like, what was her name again?
Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, because one of my favorite voices from her was Nika Futterman.
Yeah, we all knew her best in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and according to Ahsoka, she's a bald witch.
Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
I know you're busy talking about characters and stuff, but I gotta get going.
All right.
Well, nice seeing you again, Bobby. You have a good day.
Yeah.
And may the Force be with you.
Kudos.
May the Force be all with you, it may be. have good English.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
All right. See ya.
See ya, Bobby.
Let's continue.
So yeah, continuing with who left off.
Ventress.
Nobody. We were explaining who she was, and then
Oh, okay. So, and then what did you guys thought of Grey Delilah's version, if you ever heard it?
I mean, yes, she's right on there with Nika Futterman. If you can hear it, it's kind of like they almost sound alike. And I'm just gonna say, first getting to know her from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, she kind of like did freak me out when I first saw her. I'm like, ooh, why is she like that? And but eventually, yes, I did get over it, and she was a very intimidating foe, and
And if you saw like some pictures, she has hair.
yeah, like I recently did see that. I'm like, what in the? I think I prefer her without hair because, like, I did like that one insult that's Ahsoka called her, the hairless harpy.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was one of the insults in Lightsaber Duel. Thank you for reminding me of that, Fresh.
Sure.
But yeah, I do like Nikita Feynman's expression better because even though Grand Doll did good as her, Nika has that certain charm against her for her character, basically.
Yeah. And let's see here. Overall, possible. Yes, this a possible A.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And finally, last but not least, a character that Fresh saved for last, Grief Karga, who was played by, of course, the legend who passed away, Carl Weathers.
Like, yeah, again, it was sad that day, hearing about him because legends know him from, of course, Rocky, Happy Gilmore, and of course Predator, and then of course OG legends would know him from regular show, Toy Story. And he was like one of the best.
Yeah. And yeah, of course, Mando used to work for him and stuff, and then suddenly they turn against each other, but then suddenly they reunite with each other and they turn good again, and he doesn't be against Mando again, and then suddenly, yeah, now he stays to being a good guy and stuff, and of course, in season 3, the town he was in was being under attack by pirates. So yeah, they helped work together with all the Mandalorian that Mando brought, and he was still good, of course, and yeah, he was, of course, rest in peace, Carl Weathers. He did awesome as him.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Exactly.
Yep. Anybody else want to say anything about him?
Honestly, I did not know about Carl Weathers being in Star Wars, but I still agree that Carl Weathers is a great legendary actor. If it weren't for Navi Gilmore, I wouldn't know about him, but may he rest in peace. He always will be a legend.
Ditto.
All the way through.
So that's what would you like to do as the honors of like where to put him?
I'd say since Carl Weathers passed away, I think we should definitely give him an S for sure, because Carl Weathers was a legend.
Yeah. And that's the Star Wars ranking. And again, may the force be with all of you. This was a great ranking and a good idea by Mastermind himself.
Yes, and may the force be with
I
you
actually
all.
enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that special message.
Hello, everybody, and happy May. Yes, I did hear like on Nickelodeon. That's surprising. Okay. I heard it's only coming on Netflix. I didn't know about the Nickelodeon part, but it's whatever they want.
Yeah.
All right, then until next time, we'll see all you viewers for the next ranking for next week.
Yes, and may the
Bye.
force be with you.
Mm-hmm.